Hey everyone, John here. I'm the lead maintainer of Ladderly.io, which is an open source career platform that'll help you learn to code and land your first or next programming role. Today's stream is interesting for two reasons. One, this is the first stream where I'm using portrait mode, which Restream has suggested to me. So we'll see if this strikes a balance of performance in the stream, particularly for live mobile viewers, and then also when cutting clips. The stream itself may suffer a little, but if the clips perform well, then it sort of balances out. So we'll see. The other reason this is interesting is because we'll be juggling working on two projects. One is vibe coding and Lovable, and two is Cursor 2 has been released with this new agent experience and a new agent called Composer 1. So we'll be trying these out. This is a 200K context window. I've actually already run into context window exhaustion issues with this, but I did see it perform pretty well as long as you don't overflow that window. Okay, so we'll be juggling two projects at once. And for Cursor, we'll be focusing on the RESTL repository. So here's the repository, and you can see I recently took the application and forced it into this legacy directory. That's because I want to do a major version upgrade. So this is using an older version of Next.js. It's using 14. And I want to go for 16. I think 16 is out now. Yeah. I'm not in a huge hurry, so this is a beta, but I still want to try it out, including React 19. So the way that I want to do this upgrade is to completely do the site from scratch. So we'll try both ways, but I'm thinking that Cursor and the agents will do a better job in Greenfield. And I'm also not sure that we need TRPC anymore, or T3 stack. So T3 stack was really powerful, really interesting before kind of the AI era. But now that we have the AI era, so the T3 stack gives you some command line tools and pre-built opinions so that you don't have to do a bunch of things like set up kind of by hand. This is useful for social login. And it has these like well-defined conventions so that you pretty much like anything that I want to do, like I know where to go do that. But that comes with a lack of flexibility, right? And so in the world before generative AI, that was a pretty good trade. Because you didn't have to spend time spinning your wheels figuring out how to do things because the path was already somewhat defined. Now it's not clear that that's a good trade anymore. Because we have the AI tools that give us a similar benefit without the flexibility cost. So we'll see. I'm open to upgrading it in place, but I'm also open to creating a sibling folder, doing it from scratch, migrating over route by route, file by file, however I want to do that. And this gives me the flexibility to not even migrate over. I might just create a whole new site. Also, with this sort of more monorepo approach, I can create an MCP folder. And that's what we'll be focusing on actually in this stream, is not recreating the website, but creating an MCP for gameplay. And I can make reusable scripts. I can do other stuff, basically, offline analysis. I can do other stuff. Oh, another one is I can bring in the RAG. So I have a RESTL RAG, which is a different repository. But in a monorepo setup, it could go right here, and that would mean fewer repositories to juggle when we're doing RESTL things. Okay, so that's some of the reason for this kind of monorepo approach of putting the old top-level application into a legacy folder. Let's go over here. Let's go to this Lovable project first. We'll try to sign in and play a card game. let me remove my face. I think I'm getting in the way here. I don't know that any of those were really helpful. Can I hide that? Okay. I think I hid the camera, but I think you can still see or hear my audio. Ella on YouTube, hi. Perlita Hernandez on YouTube, hello, hello. Thanks for being here. Okay, so you can see I can check in, I can get a coin, and I can get 4 of these per day. I think, yeah, the timer is a 30-minute timer. And then I get this dashboard. I can go, oh yeah, see, this is like not resizing to the mobile very well. The app is, but not my camera. So I can go over to the shop and I can buy a single card. Oh, this could be more responsive. So let's do that. Make the shop view more responsive. Currently, the buy card buttons horizontally overflow the view. Also, I don't want to show the shopper all the potential cards they might get. We can optionally show one random legendary card with the probability if you think this makes for a good UX. Let's also guarantee a legendary draw if the user buys a card pack. Let's also guarantee a legendary draw if the user buys a card pack 5. No, that's 6 cards. Sorry. Buys 49 cards. I think this is sometimes called a luck mechanic. What's the game? It's in the YouTube video description. So this is a vibe-coded app called Shadow Realms. I might change the name, but that's what it came up with. And it's basically a trading card game. So my own version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon TCG, Magic the Gathering, something like that. Okay, so it's going to work on making this view look better, but basically I can buy a card. And see, I also get you received card draw. I want to do better there. Whenever I draw a card, it should, whenever I draw a card, let's raise the bar on the user experience. Let the new card picture fly into the center with a kind of confetti explosion or some or CSS sparkles. Or some other special visual effect. This way the player immediately sees the card that they got. If you're liking the video so far, go ahead and give the video a like. That will help the algorithm send it around. So we'll wait until it processes, then I'll submit this next one. In the meantime, let's go ahead and you can see the deck builder. Here I have a deck. I actually have an illegal deck. So there's some kind of validation that's not being done. I'll call this, let's go see if I can do a battle. Ideally, I should be prohibited from battle. Oh, good. Your deck is invalid. No card can have more than 6 copies. Please edit your deck. Okay. So here I will make a valid deck. Then we'll kind of choose it in that way. So decks can range from 13 to 208 cards. So I do still have the problem where I can add okay, it's still carrying on over there. It's now complete, it says. Let's go look at the shop. Shop good. Okay, so it is more responsive now. And if I pop it out of mobile, it kind of goes to the other way of looking. Yeah, featured legendary card. It has power of 0. That's a bummer. Okay. Received Stone Titan. Oh, it's called Pity. Pity counter. Okay, we'll do those for now. I got, you received card draw. What does that mean? You received battle card. Okay, card draw is the name of a card. Got it. All right. So in the next edit, what I would like to do is I should be able to remove cards from the deck. And then also, whenever I add a card to a deck, it should be like not shown here. It should be sort of marked already included. Okay, so we'll do some enhancements to this deck editor view. Let's go check on the shop. Yeah, this looks cool. Now we're doing a little better. This card looks bad, but that is because it has no image. That's not the fault of the It's not like a conceptual problem. We're getting a bunch of magic cards here, huh? Wind Wisp. Okay, this time it is a playable card. Yeah, I think that's a nice UX. I want to make sure all of the cards have pictures, but I can do that later. Okay, so here's valid deck. Double life points, that's good. Extra summon, that sounds good. I'm still seeing multiple copies. Oh, okay. Shadow Drake. Oh, okay. It kind of worked. I wonder why these are considered like two distinct cards. So the consolidation on the beasts or agents is working, but the consolidation on the spell cards does not seem to be working. Okay, this looks like a valid deck, so let's go try to play it. So it's the opponent going first. They played a face down card. Nice. I'll do my Shadow Drake face down. And then I will end my turn. They're at 650. Okay, so I can do a Crystal Golem. I can do the Phoenix, but I won't be able to attack this turn with it. I'm kind of waiting for the opponent to attack my card, but they haven't done it yet. They have an Inferno Dragon, but it has power of 95. So the game is not balanced, that's for sure. All right, so I think I can win this turn. Yeah, and now I win. All right, great. So that works. How about my quests? Here's the guide. I got my coin for completing this quest, but it kind of didn't show it. That's okay. I think these are pretty good updates, so I should publish the update. Now, one of the things that bums me out is that I haven't seen a way to get to a sequel console. Let me take this off screen. So I want to enable, there's roles, like an admin role, so I can actually get to a UI to create and edit cards, but I'm not able to access it because my own person doesn't have the admin role. So what I thought to do is to prompt Lovable Yeah, see, I'm not seeing SQL query as like a SQL query tool. I could prompt Lovable to directly give it the SQL, basically. I'm only going to do this because it's my own like personal information. With other people, I wouldn't do this. Let me take this off screen. Okay, so I have my user UUID, which is something that we can see on the auth settings. And then I'm going to say, please make the following user an admin. We'll need to create a user role. And then that is yours truly. Okay. So let's go over to Cursor for a bit. So first, I want to bring in the RAG. Whoa, I've lost my files. Okay, Command B opens it back up. So I'll just paste it here. All right, so here's the RAG. Then I'll delete this. I'll make a readme.md, and I'll make a scripts folder. I want to make an AI instructions. Create AI. Create instructions, something like this, yeah. Oh, this is all in TypeScript, interesting. This is more what I'm looking for. So here's, it already exists in the Aria's tail RAG. That's great. So create embeddings. Okay. So the embeddings are going to be specific to the RAG, but the Copilot instructions can be lifted up because it will become monorepo level. What is going on here? I'm trying to pick two files. Okay. There's a difference in the key binding with Cursor too. Check that out. Okay. So here in the scripts folder, I now have create Copilot instructions. What is going on, man? That was weird. Create Copilot instructions. Okay, I see what's happening. When it's deleted, then it's like quick navigating me to the next open tab, which is kind of a, I think it's kind of a weird experience, but whatever. Okay, so the hidden Git folder is preventing this from this RAG from being recopied. So I need to go delete that. Okay, so Aria's tail RAG, Aria's tail RPG, then I ls, and I have a RAG. And if I ls-a, there is a git. And on rimref the .git. Okay, now I should see the stuff show up over here. Yeah, and it does. Oh, agent review, find issues. That's interesting. Okay, I'm just making sure that the git ignore is applied properly. So I'm not checking in an environment file. This is all looking good to me. This is all looking good to me. RSTL RPG rag. I want to close that repository. Cool. All right, so this is feet subdir rag. Push that. Scripts, we have the create copilot instructions. I like to have a make file up at the top. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So this running this script will presume some dependencies, I think. Do I use, yeah, pathlib? I don't think that pathlib is native or pathspec. So do I need a top order pyproject.toml or a pyproject.toml for the scripts directory? I think that works. That fits with what we're doing. Make an MCP. I'll have .getKeep, and then I will make I will UV init that, and that will get its own README. Cool. Okay. Looks like the Lovable asking it to run SQL works. So we'll hop back there momentarily. Okay, so what I want to do here is make sure that this script works. No module path spec, so I'll uv add path spec. Okay, and then it's mad about the slash. Okay, we just call it like this. So I'm a little bit surprised this worked. So let's see. I have PyTest cache. We want to ignore that. So I need to make sure that I'm using the git ignore. Wow, it's okay. It's done my whole workspace. That's something. That is something. All right, cool. Time to use Composer. Let's fix this boilerplate instruction file to be specific to the current project. Let's see, script path .parent slash pyproject.toml. Right. So that is problematic because there is no shared pyproject.toml. Okay, so this is going to want to be specific per submodule in the monorepo. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So there just won't be a scripts up here. So we'll go right back to where we were. I think I deleted the instructions, right? Good, because they're not helpful. So then we can get rid of this whole subdirectory then. At the moment, there are no top order scripts. There's going to be scripts within each submodule. Okay. I do want a top order makefile, and that will create instructions. Nope, I didn't like that autocomplete. I want you to autocomplete the text literal. Copilot instructions.py within each submodule of the repo. Currently, there is only one. It's wanting to eagerly run it. I guess that's fine. So we'll keep this, delete all. Yep. Okay, cool. It figured out to use UV, did it? Scripter. Yep, UV run. It wrote it in a poorly readable style, but it did the thing. That's good. Yeah, I got the syntax wrong there, but I think it'll catch itself. Cool. All right. Good job, Composer 1. And this is what it looks like. Act as an expert AI engineer, software developer, and full stack web developer to help me resolve a concern. Here is the PyProject.toml, and it's pointing at that rag. Good. Good, good, good. So what I would like is that this thing exists here as well. Here as well. So this will be TypeScript. Yeah, there is no Python in the legacy source. There's no Python at all, which is pretty nice. Newbie, the Roblox noob. What's up? Welcome in. Show what's going on in the agent window over here. Very cool. So in theory, it works. Let's go see what it did. Couple hundred lines, I think it's tolerable. So here is the dir name, so that's scripts. And do we have the get ignore? Good, good, good. So the get ignore is respected. All right, let's look at the output text. This is interesting. This is interesting. So this is called Aria's Tail RAG backend. And this is called Aria's Tail RPG. Okay. All right. So yeah, they are distinct. Good. Got the folder structure, looking good, looking good. Node modules should be excluded. Node modules must be excluded. Let's look in the get ignore. I guess it's not using a, yeah, so it is using a get ignore. So where is it getting its get ignore from? We have project root, which is the path. Okay, it's quite literally using the path. Dir name for the script dir. And that is the dir name for the script path. Script path is file name, that is the current script. Okay. So we have the current script, and then we get the directory of it, and then we get the directory of that, which will be legacy. And then we say, hey, legacy should have its own get ignore, but it doesn't. It doesn't. So actually, the parent here should. Okay. That's not the project root. The parent of, okay, so we can say path dir name scripter. So we can just do that one more time, I think. Path dir name. I think we can also do I think we can also do a similar to the Unix dir name command. I think we can also do like a double dot expression, but I'm going to ask the composer how it would propose to modify the syntax. If you're enjoying the video so far, give it a like. Hope you'll follow the page. Likes will help the algorithm send it around. Okay, so it just double nests. That's fine. Okay, so in this case, I should see the removal of node modules. No package JSON file found, and in this case, we do find it. That's much better, of course. And here, nope, we're still including node modules. We're still including node modules, which means that the get ignore is not being, hold on, did I get confused here? The RAG is good to go, and the legacy is bad. Okay. So the composer one is making the assumption that get ignore is a sibling of the package.json file, which is not the case. Cannot find module ignore. Okay. I might need to go install some dependencies. Path relative. What's going on here? Path relative what? I don't see why you need to do that. Well, it says still appearing, but it removed almost all of them. I think it removed all the children. Okay. Cool. So I think it's pretty much correct now. There's literally a one line difference. It's not a big deal to me. And I'm not seeing the context saturation level. But I think we're pretty full now. Cool. All right, we dropped that node modules directory. Yeah, I'm expecting that I can see kind of the percent of context saturation. I don't see that, but I guess it's not a big deal. So the feature here is make instructions. Eventually I want to connect the MCP. I want to connect these things eventually, but for now, I'll just make a basic one. Okay. Let's do a fresh chat. In this MCP directory, and let me give it the instructions. What to do here? What to do? So the instructions are not going to describe how they are in. What have I done? I've just ruined everything. The instructions are not going to describe how they are in a monorepo, right? Yeah. So from here, docs is a top level, but really docs is a child of legacy. Okay, so I need a README. I'm doing context engineering. That's what we're doing here, y'all. I need this README to explain to the agent that there are these submodules, and we're going to make an MCP game for the submodules. The Arya's Tale RAG repository is a monorepo with several top level DIRs representing related projects in the Arya's Tale fantasy ecosystem, or fantasy universe, fantasy narrative universe, fantasy universe. And we'll do them in order: legacy MCP RAG, legacy MCP RAG. Okay. So I think that's enough context to say, hey, like I'm going to give you this neighbor instruction file. Don't use it literally. It's for the neighbor. So I'm thinking we should use fast MCP, but I would like composer one's take. Do I not have a web tool anymore? That's interesting. Oh, okay. So I don't use the web annotation now. I need to click this. Cool. So it is making those web searches. That's good. Good. Okay. So we will. I think that's good. I think that's good. This is a fast one. This composer one is a fast buddy. Now, it is worth asking, like, why use an MCP at all? And I think the answer there is I want to enable people to use their own IDE instead of requiring them to like set up a Gemini account or something like that. But in principle, the Google ADK could do a really good job on this as well. Oh, it gave me rough automatically. I love that. I don't know if it did that just based on the RAG, or it must have done that based on the RAG, right? I think so. Cool. So that would lock it. Here is the RAG. Let's see. Legacy, MCP. Okay, so here's the MCP one. Oh, good. And then it showed up. It showed up down here. Okay, so we have get ignore, get keep. We don't need that. We don't need that get keep anymore, actually. MCP get keep. Okay. Okay, we're dropping the get keep, so it's detecting changes properly. We have the virtual environment, that's fine. Scripts. This looks good. The egg info need not be here, I think. Yeah, that can be ignored. Yeah, why is it not ignored? I guess let's spell it all the way out. Aria's tail MCP.egg info. Aria's tail MCP.egg info. And it's still showing up. It's still, okay, so it's source slash. Okay. So then we will do, I think this is slightly more generic because it is kind of nested. Still there. What I'm noticing is that none of the child paths of the egg info are printed. And so I think it's just printing the folder itself and skipping all the children because the virtual environment is likewise printed. But all of these children are ignored. So I think that's fine. So let me actually undo this and go with it as it was. Okay, so this is the initial MCP server. Shall we give it a go? Let's give it a go. Open MCP settings. I'll add a custom MCP. Now this should be added to the MCP README. So I'm saying let the MCP README include suggested MCP JSON snippet. Oh, here's the context thing. So now it says 30% full. It looks like it got reduced somehow. It will auto summarize and auto reduce. So I think we overflowed it and then it came back down. So there are two configuration. Copy the environment variable. Cheap viewers. Wow, amazing. What environment variables do we have? There are no environment variables. What are you talking about, Willis? I just got hallucinated on. I can't believe you have done this. I can't believe you have done this. Okay. What's the difference here? It's just shouting out Claude, or it's just shouting at, look, they all look the same, dude. I mean, I love Claude, but you don't get a special shout out when you're the same. Sorry. Okay. I think this works. All right, so I'm grabbing this. Control X, Z, the superior approach. Okay, so we've got it here. Path to Arya's Tail MCP. And should it be the path to this folder here? I think so, because this is the, and here I'll say absolute path to Arya's Tail MCP. And there the server is specified under MCP server. Okay, so yes, this is to the directory. I'm just really driving home absolute path, because I know for me that would be helpful. You know, do unto others, right? Little customer empathy. So here I will copy the path, not the relative path, and then I'm going to go over here and drop this guy and users. Yep, and then we will end on MCP there. Cool. Cursor settings. So we're loading tools. 4 tools enabled. What do we got? We have launch new campaign. Come on, chat. Are you ready for this? Composer, custom NPC, world first, never before seen. I would like to play a new Arya's Tale campaign. Allow list that sucker. Difficulty normal. Let's go. Let's go, chat. This is too cool. This is the first quest. Generate a character. What would you like to do first? Let's generate a character. What would you like to name your character? I can also generate one with a default name if you prefer. Let's do it your way. Hero, warrior. What would you like to do next? Hero is ready for adventure. Okay, so my name is Hero. Sick. Okay. Well, what's the campaign? Where am I? And what's going on? What are my goals? And what are my goals? A mysterious stranger offers a quest. Try a puzzle encounter. Okay, here we go. Hero stands in an ancient, overgrown ruin. Crumbling stone pillars and weathered monuments hint at a lost civilization. A stone tablet nearby bears a strange inscription. You know we gonna inspect that thing. You know we gonna inspect that thing. Come on, chat. We only got 3 people. Y'all are missing out. Inspect that bad boy. Inspect that bad boy. Look at that, 15. The inscription is ancient, but your intelligence allows you to piece together the meaning. When shadows fall and light grows dim, seek the path where hope begins. 3 trials await the bold. For the worthy secrets unfold. Come on, this is fire, dog. All right. The tablet seems to be a prophecy or quest marker. It speaks of 3 trials, a riddle. The mysterious stranger is watching you from the shadows. What do you do next? I ask the stranger, do you know what it means to go where the four winds meet? Charisma check. It's working. The whole thing is actually working. Chat, drop a comment if you have a preference on what I do next. We're also going to pop over here to Lovable. And do I have access to the card editor? Let me log out, log back in. Yep, here's an admin area now I can see. Yeah, cool. So Ancient Guardian, Battle Cry, Battle Fury, draw a card, Cave Troll. In the admin area, I see two cards called Battle Cry. Are there really two such base cards, or am I viewing two user cards? I expect the card admin to edit, update, and delete base cards, not just their own cards. Okay. I wonder if I can do can I draw a picture? So this is Composer 1 model. Can it generate image? Maybe. It seems like there's a lot of things called Composer. Okay, cool. So they really are two base cards. Generate an image of the scene. Okay, I can't generate images here. So that would be another tool we could add to this MCP, right? Is that it can generate an image. Well, I think we're going to wrap it there, y'all. So this works. And it's open source, so you can go use it now. So this is docs install syntax. So both are now available to play, the Arya's Rag RPG as well as the this one. And let me give you that web link one more time. So here is the production, basically. That is dual-deals.lovable.app/auth. This is for the TCG. And then Arya's Tale, you can go to aryastale.com and you can get to the GitHub from there. And I need to merge that monorepo, so let's do that. Compare. You should have no conflicts. I'm going to bypass rules and merge. Just go to prod. What's the worst that could happen? I'm just gonna push to prod and log off. You know how it is. You know how it is. And so, yeah, so now this is available in main, and you can go grab this MCP. Catch you later.